off this Wikes. Well, it says we're live. Well, welcome to Marduber Monday, or no, not Marduber Monday. Sorry, SciEnts Sunday. I'm lost. I'm late. I'm trying new software. Hopefully, hopefully somebody's tuned in there. It looks like my stream's live, even though I don't know we might bump our bit rate down a little bit here real quick. I think output. Let's try 1,000. Let's see if that's better. Ooh, yeah, far less drop to bit rates. There we go. There we go. Well, hopefully somebody drops into the Discord here, and I got somebody to talk to besides myself. I'm sure we'll have somebody over here watching in a moment and giving their 2 cents. What up, Jeep? See, that's why I got this whole thing set up so now I can see all the chats on the screen and everything at once, though I still am trying to figure out how to get...
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got you, and I think the stream can hear you too.
So I'm here.
Yeah. That's all you got to do is be in the Discord. The only thing we're lacking is video capability with Discord, and I can work that in at a later point. But yeah, I'm really digging how this Discord thing works.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I like it way better than how Hangouts actually works.
Yeah. So
Like, dude,
it's nice to be cutting the
like
Google cord as well. You know what I mean? We don't need to give
yeah,
them
yeah,
any
yeah.
more freaking handouts than they already got. That's what Self and I were talking about the other day.
Exactly. I love it. This, like, 100%, man. This is working out real good.
Yep. And anybody can drop in and check it out. I put a link there. Hopefully, Undercover Grower catches that. I know he's
He was downloading it last night.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
So cool. So he's got it. He'll figure out how to get in here in a minute.
Yep, he will too. He's on his way home from work, and he was gonna try to jump in as soon as he got home, man. Wanting to make the show because he.
Hold on, we're getting some drop. I want to make sure our audio is good there. It got kind of weird for a second. Let's see if I can move this bit rate up a little bit. Get a little better audio. Save changes. All right. You still there, Apprentice?
Changes? I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I just was fucking around with the bit rate in Discord. Hopefully, I don't know where. I'm at the coffee shop. I decided to take the show on the road. What up, Devil Dog 420?
So
Possum's Attic. We got the whole crew here.
Do we have people tuning in?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's folks trickling in. I don't know if you can see on the.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I got it set up now so that the chat comes up on the screen, so everybody in chat that's watching can see it without having to whatever and watch chat, and it all kind of pops up together.
Cool.
Hopefully the quality's not terrible. I don't know how
I
is
haven't.
it, guys. Chat, is it terrible? I can't tell. We're trying some new software out. We're trying out OBS and giving it a shot. Trying to get away from that Google business, but yeah, I can't watch at the same time, so I don't know. Oh wait, I am watching at the same time. That's probably what's causing my bitrate to be terrible. Let's try that.
That could be it.
Yeah, it says my stream health went garbagey. We're working on it, guys.
Could be a bunch of people there.
Yeah, let's close that down.
Well,
Off and on. Hopefully that gets us a little more.
I'm working on. Nice. Well, so I wanted to pop in and say hi. Working on the expansion here. I took over the closet.
Oh, you took the whole thing, huh?
Whole thing.
Let's see.
I've been working on it all day. Finally got it emptied out. So.
Hell yeah. Oh, there we go, dude. That my audio's low. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. I'm trying not to catch too much of the background sound. Is that a little better, guys? Oh no, now I'm probably shouting.
I probably got bad.
No, no, you're good. The really cool thing I love about OBS is it gives me all these sliders where I can everybody's audio and video and stuff. I killed the video on the stream, and I think that should help the overall stream health unless the internet goes to garbage over here. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm working on getting a better connection at the house. I dropped the video, and hopefully that makes things a little nicer for everybody. So we're much better audio. All right, cool. So audio's better. Hopefully, with the video gone, we'll get better bitrate and upload to YouTube and whatever, and it'll come through smoother. Uh, you know, uh, this Science Sunday has been kind of interesting getting off the ground. I just want to make sure we came back. I know last week we had a good old time, but this week I was a little late getting it, and I know I know the Super Bowl's on today, and a lot of people got plans and shit going on. Life happens, but I didn't want to miss. No matter what, I didn't want to miss a day.
No, I don't think I missed at all. I'm like I said, I'm here and I'm definitely
Let's see
important.
here.
You'll always
Hold on. Let's see if I
better.
can. Yeah, it's still struggling. Let's see if I can go 800 and maybe that'll help. Keep dropping the bit rate of the video. Hopefully that cleans up the connection quality. I don't know. I can't. The Super Bowl. What bowl is that? Yeah, I'm not a big sports fan either. I don't think Apprentice is a huge sports fan either. Most of the guys in chat are all like, yeah, whatever. I think Lefty's the only one that's like straight up Super Bowl all the way, 100%. Though I'm not sure what he's rooting for this season. I don't know. I know who's playing, but barely.
I just found out Friday that the Super Bowl was today, so it tells you how
Jeez.
much.
Hopefully, oh, I think I'm getting a little bleed over from you. Toilet bowl. Yeah, yeah. We'll be up for an hour at least, Jeep. Don't trip. We'll be here, even if the stream is sketchy. I will make it work. I will figure it out. But yeah, this
Working
is.
on getting.
Thank you all for hanging out for testing and you know bearing with us while we do new stuff here. Um, we've got a Discord server going now, and we're trying to kind of migrate away from Google as much as possible. I know this is still being live on YouTube, but I'm trying to really kind of almost get away from the YouTube even, and towards more like podcast. I don't know. We're still kind of up in the air with the like future of science here, man. It's a brave new world. Let's throw a little filter on that one. Cut me down. You still there, apprentice, or did we lose you?
I am right here.
Oh, he's just buried up in the garden. Apprentice is over there doing
I
teardown. I know we
am.
don't have video up today,
I'm
but
getting things
he's over
plugged
there
in.
tearing things down.
I'm
Yes,
getting things plugged back in so that we're rolling.
that's all. I'm live right now on YouTube. That's all right. We good. We're at the coffee shop, so we get people wandering up sometimes. There's like other folks sharing the patio with me. I'm over here drinking my coffee makes me poop Highlander grog. Best freaking coffee in town. If y'all around, freaking White Rabbit is the shiz. They got some of the best stuff in town. But we, I don't know. I had a topic for this week, but now we don't have hardly anybody in because it's Super Bowl Sunday and everybody's working or heading places or doing stuff. Hopefully, weather plays into our hands, and tomorrow we can have a more crew here to have a well-rounded discussion on the topic of uh, sex characteristics. I mean, uh, there's a lot of mumbo jumbo out there about being able to tell the sex of a plant from seed, or being able to tell the sex of a plant from the way the spurs on the petiole stick, whether they cross or stick in or stick out, or whether the fan leaves grow a certain shape. Yes, cobs do produce a certain amount of UV depending on what type of spectrum you've got. There could be more or less. You can get quite a bit of UV out of some of the cooler blue ones, the 5000 and cooler. Have quite a bit of UV in them. In fact, I think they do make some specific 10K LEDs that are specifically for UV. Devil Dog 420 is asking about cobs producing UV rays. So you building a cob setup there, Possum's Attic? That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, your sports heroes are all fighters. Straight up. I got you. This is a trip, man. Genetics. Sticky or not sticky. And there's I'm sure there's a whole lot more like depth we could get from other people that come in on the panel, but straight up, I've been looking into sex characteristics and whether or not plants are sexed at the seed, because we all know about feminized seeds, but that is kind of a genetic deal that's done with a plant selfing, essentially pollinating itself. So the genetics are identical. It's like a seed version of a clone, and they're gonna all come through pretty much the same because they had the same mother and mother. It's not quite parthenogenesis because you're actually, you know, oh dude, hacking a Mars too with 8 citizens. Jesus Christ. Did you have to get another driver for that, Possums? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. But you know, there's a lot of speculation on how to like sex plants or whether or not they're a certain sex or not, and there's very little science to it so far as applied at least to cannabis. However, there is a lot of other studies that have been done on different plants, non cannabis plants. There we go. Oh, dude, holy crap! Connection just got great for like half a second and then disappeared again. We'll see if we can keep it right here around freaking 1,000, and hopefully we'll be all right. Connection won't be too bad. Usually when I come down to the coffee shop, it's great, but for some reason today the coffee shop internet is not so great. Maybe it's a weekend thing. I gotta come back more on Mondays. Mondays are good. Sundays are no good. Working on getting better internet up the hill. What's that, Apprentice? I heard you chime in there for a second.
There could be a lot more people at the coffee shop using.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there are. Being that it's a weekend, I'm sure there's more people here. I see people browsing on their phones and doing their homework and shit. So it has 492-volt drivers. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of drivers. You can get the Cree Citizen Cobs pretty much any of the LED. It kind of depends on whether or not you are looking to get a little or a lot. Um, Devil Dog, if you're looking to get some, there's some very nice sets on like Rapid LED or Cutter.au. There's a few sources out there for some good cobs. If you really want to get them cheap and you're gonna build a light that's got a dozen or more cobs on it, you can go to like Alibaba and go direct to King Bright, which is one of the like Chinese manufacturers for Cree, and you can get like their cobs from the direct from manufacturer fairly reasonably, a little cheaper than normal. UCG, what up, dog? He dropped in here. I see him. I see his thingy.
I see he's there. Are you there, brother?
Cobkits.com, yeah. And Possum, feel free to like link anything that you'd like for Devil Dog to show him where you got your cobs from. I know you. OMC Triple X, Puff Puff Pass, brother. What up? Yeah, we're trying to kind of like get rid of the video show and tell aspect of the show, kind of. I mean, not like 1,000%. We may still have some like video shows, but I kind of like the podcast aspect more, where it's a little more Q and A. Oh, he says it tries to join in Discord, and it says it has stopped. So let's see if we can get him a new link. Those links are
Hit
usually
that.
good for a
Just tell
day.
him to hit that link again.
Tell him to what?
All he's got to do is go into Discord
He's here.
and actually is and just touch the touch it going. It says he's in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It says he's here, which is weird. Well, let's see if he can restart his Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might just need to restart his phone or his laptop.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, because now it says he's offline. And where's he at? He's here. He's gone. He's here. He's gone. Where'd he go? What's up? Oh, Possum's asking a video up this week. Hell yeah. OMC Triple X. Thank you for tuning in, like always. You've been a staunch supporter, and I have taken your advice and been a little more wary of who I draw into the circle. We've been having some fun with the circle anyway lately, and it is what it is. That's the great and terrible thing about a community is that it's made up of people, and those people can be fantastic, or sometimes those people can be less than fantastic. So it is what it is, and that's the wonderful
That's
and
true.
terrible thing about communities.
No, that's 100% true though. I mean, people are good, then the community is good. If you get a couple of bad eggs, you gotta get rid of a rotten egg, right?
Yep, it is what it is.
It's just the way it is.
That's all right. I always am a firm believer that there's more good people out there than terrible, and that for the most part, people are you know somewhat decent. Though I can't vouch for everyone. There's definitely some people out there that are less than that. And I'm not just talking about the cannabis community in the world at large. This is something we deal with on a day to day. Otherwise, friggin' Jeep wouldn't be over there in friggin' Syria right now if it wasn't for friggin' people that are less than great. Mhm. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm gonna root around in my bag and see if I can't find my wax pen.
Wax pen. There you go, buddy. We're about to take a little break here and go here.
So we got a few of y'all in chat. I mean, we ain't like super banging. What up, Doobie? Too? I didn't see you slide in there. See, I'm trying to watch chat on the small screen here.
Oh, Doobie's
Yeah,
in there.
Doobie slid in there for a
Awesome.
minute. He's hanging out. I see his little
Nice
science man.
too, buddy.
So I'm considering if I can get my freaking internet. Oh, Undercover Grower's back. Is he here?
Yep.
He
Can you hear
lives.
me?
We can hear you, brother.
Hey, he's
Oh,
there.
awesome. I'm home, guys. Um, I am attempting to upgrade my exhaust and carbon filtration.
Oh, nice.
Got the hard part done. I've got my 6 inch what do you call it? The starter flange, if you will, that goes up into the ceiling for my hose to hook to up in my attic. Um, yeah, check this big scary like I 6:30 and loaded the stove with a bunch of wood and jumped back in the bed. And like any stove, it's going to smolder and smoke for a while back up, and it was icing and sleet and all that, and causing the slug my roof, and I think it got kind of sucked back up into my attic. Well, I got up an hour later, and I come in to check on the lights and all were on, So I stuck my head in to check on everything in the grow, and there was a smoke in my grow room, and I freaked the fuck out. Well, what had happened was I checked. Yes, it was just smoke from the chimney outside. So what had happened was my exhaust fan veg closet um, not running, and the carbon filter kicked on. That created a negative pressure inside the sucked some of that was in my attic down through my hose. I opened the door up and it was real thick in the grow in the veg closet. Infected, it don't look like, and but I
Oh,
got it
jeez.
all sucked back out, and the temperature warmed up, and all the smoke is gone out of the chimney is flowing like it's supposed to. But it freaked me the hell out, man.
You started sucking instead of blowing. That's terrible.
Anything, it it was like dude, it wasn't anything electrical or anything like that because it was wood. I could smell like oak wood. I knew it was from my stove, but I thought, fuck, have I busted my chimney somehow? Is it leaking up in the attic? So I was crawling around up in there, freezing my balls off at 7:30 this morning.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, yep, we got it all worked out, and had my boy pretty scared. But yeah, he was up there with me. We went all the way around the chimney because there's like a 6 foot space up there that you can walk all the way around the chimney, and this has a partial floor and stuff where you can store things. And
Like an
so I
attic.
checked everything out, man. Yeah, up in my attic, and everything looks good. There, I've had 2 more fires since, and I made them smoke real hard. I put wet wood in there
Just to
and made
see.
it smoke, and then went up in the attic just to see if I didn't have any cracks. And I've got it double flue or double tile and inside of bricks. It's a hell of a chimney. They built the chimney and built the house around it.
Oh, yeah.
So
One of
the
those.
chimney, yeah, it's a damn good one. So everything looks to be sound, and everything is good now. The grow like it should now.
Hell yeah.
Smells
Well,
like good weed.
smoke is
Yep.
definitely bad, but the carbon dioxide that comes off of burning wood is kind of a good thing sometimes.
Oh yeah, I and chair coming in from the basement or the well space under the house, and it's cold as shit. And I've got a duct fan pulling that area in. Now I don't even have it plugged in. It's just coming in around the duct fan. Um, it pulls it pretty good. It's going to be pulling better when I get this 6 inch one running. All this time I've been running on a 4 inch, and good as far as scrubbing. But when you're to exhaust heat
Yep.
and scrub, it doesn't. It's just I'm going to end up. I'm going to use that to continue to scrub, but I'm going to put in scrub with the 6 inch motor and
More
filter.
more CFM, so you're gonna actually like pull more
Yeah,
air out of there. However, you're gonna be
a little bit more than double.
pulling out all that CO2 too. Just saying.
Well, on it, yeah, I don't have no choice. I've been
Here's
running. I
here's
know
the
they make their own CO2 at
no
night,
no.
but I've
I'm a
been running that CO2 mainly
so
in the at night
how
when
you
nothing's running.
here's how you get around that, man.
Go
Hang
ahead.
your exhaust intake, like wherever that's sucking from, whether it be a filter or whatever, hang that up high. CO2 is heavier
Oh
than
yeah,
air and will drop, and you
yep,
won't lose CO2 if you're
yeah.
exhausting from up
My
top.
filters. See, my filter, the can 33, that's like 6 inches from the ceiling.
Yeah, so
Got
you're not going
it
to
up
lose a
high. It's
whole
been
lot of
up
CO2
high
from
all
that
along.
because the CO2 is going to dribble down. As long as you keep your CO2
Right.
source on the opposite side of the room and hang it up
Uh huh.
high, it'll drop before it ever gets over to there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and I've got it just about a foot. Right now, the bottle's hanging about a foot above. Now, hell no, it's as tall as that damn one blue dream plant. So it's kind of flowing up and down and across because the carbon filter is in that far corner up high.
Yeah.
You know, I watched a bunch of those videos when I first. That was the second thing I bought. I bought a light, and the first time I grew more than 3 plants, I knew right away I had to have one, and that was the first real big expenditure that I made,
Well, I
and
went
I
over to
think
a
it was
friend
a
of
good
mine's
one.
house today, and I swear to God, he thought he could get away with putting a handful of plants. I brought him a couple cuttings, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just put these out in my greenhouse outside. It'll be fine." And I go, "You realize when those start fucking blooming hard, everybody in 100 yards
Yeah,
of you is gonna know what the fuck's going on." And your other option is
right.
you can freaking hook up a 24-hour fan sucking, everything out of there through a carbon filter and trapping that odor. And in that case, everyone's still gonna know what's going on because you got a fucking 24-hour fan running in your goddamn yard.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
lose
I
lose.
that's one I can't. Here's a problem that I had when I my portable my air conditioner.
Hmm.
Um, so like I was having to vent it. I haven't fixed this yet. I'm going. This is my next move. So I bought the thing. I needed it bad. My temps were getting up into the 90s and shit. So I needed it.
Summertime,
With
right?
yeah, my house thing running too. So I bought the thing, and so to hook it up quick, I just piped it right in the exhaust
Uh oh.
into
We're dropping you
my
there for a second.
floor. My basement. Wait, did you? Do I need to repeat?
Nope. Yeah, yeah. You were piping it into where?
I was down into my air conditioner rises.
And
But now it worked. But now here's what was happening as the carbon filter was and exhausting, it was throwing out good clean air,
yeah,
but so it's no longer scrubbing, so the air can in and throwing out stinky air.
yeah.
So I had this one corner of my house where I park my work truck every day. And goddamn, I would at 3:30 in the afternoon and get out the truck and wham! When I'd walk around that corner, it knocked my head off. I'm like, oh, it's happening. And
Hold on
so
one
I
second. I got a
would
phone call.
go ahead. Who else and I was on here? I didn't even see.
I'm here, buddy.
Tut, you on here? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you was on here or not. Uh, Let me set the. I'm gonna go get a speaker to where I can hear you guys a little better and free my hands up. I got to get this shit done before the lights go out. But I got the hard part done, man. The first thing I done was mount that fucking um that flange up into the goddamn ceiling. Sawed my hole because I had a 4-inch hole up there, so I just came off of that and made it a big 6-inch and slipped her right up in there, man. Worked like a champ. You know. So, are you there?
Oh yeah. You don't know this, but I'm whole guy, buddy. That's what I've been
Oh
working
yeah.
on today. I clean the rest of the closet, the right hand side. This girl.
Yeah. Make damn sure you can get it light. Start humming on with all the light leaks and shit.
Oh yeah.
That had to be one of the
Oh
weirdest
yeah.
freaking phone calls in my life.
Oh hell.
So my freaking landlord was calling me, and we'd had some ish with him a couple weeks ago, wanting to come inspect the op.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's cool with it, but like he wanted to come check it out, and we're like, oh man, I got to get my count down a little bit, and like, yeah, I don't want that many head. I had a few more head in there than I wanted that landlord to see, and so he started calling me right now, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, I was like, "Shit, man, is he gonna like try and show up today while I'm down at the coffee shop doing my freaking live stream?" Shit. But no, he wanted to see if I would put $10 on the freaking Super Bowl game, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't know nothing about no goddamn for real." That was it. He's like, "I got the Pats, you get the Eagles, $10," and I'm like, "What?" It was a 1 minute phone call. I mean, I wasn't gone that long, but it was just the weirdest. What? But I had to answer it because I was like, "Oh crap, is he gonna like? Is today the day? Is it Sunday?" And he wants to swing by Super Bowl Sunday. What the hell? I figured he'd be watching the Super Bowl. Sure, shit, he is. Weird.
That's weird.
So apparently, I have money on the Eagles now. So like, let's hope the Eagles win. What the hell? And now my cousin's calling me. Jesus Christ! Why is my phone blowing up?
They gonna want 10 more bucks. God damn. I'm gonna tell you something, man. A can filter, when they say like a 33 is 33 pounds of carbon, they fucking mean it. God damn, that thing's heavy. The can 66 that I wanted to get, and I think in the video, I think I even said that I was going to. I didn't mean that. I meant I wanted to get. But anyway, that motherfucker is 66 pounds worth of carbon. And,
Holy cow.
well, I had to go with one that is, I went with Ventec. I've used Ventec stuff before in the past, and the ratings were good about them as far as cheaper carbon filters, and their rating was like 3 stars better than what the house brand for my grow store is, which is Grow Bright. So fuck it, man. And so I bought this thing, and it still cost me $75. But I think it's going to do just fine. It's got a nice pre-filter with it and some nice Velcro straps to make it good and tight around it so all the airflow goes. I think they dropped the son of a bitch in shipping because one of the bottom end is a little bit, but not to where like it's going to affect me. Once the pre-filter,
You got a little dent in the bottom.
yeah, it might have been dropped from like say a foot high while it was in the box.
Freaking UPS kicking it down the stairs.
I don't think it's worth sending it back. It's not losing carbon or anything like that. So I'm gonna try it. If it starts blowing carbon, it's fucked up on the inside, and I'll send it back. Of course, I'll try it all out before I hook it up.
Run it every which way you can.
Sure enough, I'm fixing to hang it now.
Everybody's doing garden update today, and all I'm doing is freaking sitting around at the coffee shop.
So did the
busier than covered in crap. So.
It turns out the freaking internet's better at my house. Thanks, Sunday Coffee Shop.
Are we doing the Sunday stream thing like we did last week?
We are. We're doing it right now. This is it. You're live, homie.
Oh, that answers my question. Awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
well, there wasn't anybody in here, so but us, and so I was like, okay, maybe this is just we're hanging.
No, we were trying to get away from the Hangouts, kind of, and like try out Discord, and I was trying out this new software and see if it works. But it looks like it's working all right. But the freaking internet here is terrible. I had to pick a busy day at a public place. Well, that's all right. Like I said, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Friggin', It is what it is. I'm sure there's people busy out there, got other plans, other things going on. It is, it's life. I ain't fucking tripping on it, but yeah, I just want to make sure we kept the content coming. But I'm trying to get this
Yeah,
Discord going so that we kind of get away from the show and tell and more towards the freaking Q&A. You know what I mean? 'Cause show and tell is cool and all, but that's like what we each have our like own channels for, is to do like update videos and whatnot. We're kind of here to brainstorm and share knowledge, and it seems more Discord seems more along the lines of that kind of thing rather than the Hangouts where everybody's kind of like, oh, look what I'm doing, oh, look, and then I got to switch screens all the time, and oh, make sure their screens. What's going on, Sean? What's going on, Deadhead Man 420? Deadhead Man 420. Dude, we got people popping in, popping in. So
Awesome chat. Nice to see you guys coming in.
So while we got a few people in chat, this is another thing I want to bring up, Undercover and Apprentice, the possibility of maybe setting up a phone line that people could call in on.
oh, that'd be cool.
That's cool.
We were kind of talking about that the other day. You know how like the Grow Boss does that, like call in and you can ask a question or whatever, and they charge you like. And I'm like, dude, why the hell would we want to charge people? Just like
Whatever you want to charge people.
let's see if we can't provide some kind of service like that without. Dude, that guy
Yeah, I ain't
charges.
trying to get him.
That guy charges
Wow, ripping.
$45 a call.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that. Yeah, I don't like him anyway. I think he's an arrogant fucking prick. Worse than Subcool.
Yeah. What up, Kelly Medical Grower? And that's why I said there's brings us back to where we were talking about earlier, how there's all kinds of people in this world. You know what I mean? And some are not as great as others. It is what it is. Yeah, I would love to have a call in. And these days, everybody got a freaking cell phone. You ain't even need a freaking 1-800 number. You just got to have a number. The American one with Acheens. Dude, oh, you know what it is? Hash Church just got out. That's where everybody was at. I always forget Hash Church runs till freaking noon instead of 11.
Well, let me clarify right quick. I do like Subcool, but facts are facts. The Grow Boss guy is, when you listen to him, you get a lot of I, and me. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He talks about himself more than he.
And all he can do is tell you to do what he does. I'll sell you this thing, or oh, you should try this thing that I have. You know what I mean? Try my method. He's never trying to fix your problem with your method. He's trying to make you take his. Wait, Possum. What is common these days? He's asking UCG. Is that is common these days? Oh, what people freaking spouting ignorant bullshit. Me, I. See, and that's another thing. That's why we're trying to get away from this whole freaking Google under their thumb, Hangouts, YouTube. That's why we're trying to get in with the Discord. I'll tell you what, I will pop over in chat and throw a Discord link. Or is Resin still hiding out in there? Resin's still hiding out there. He can throw a Discord link. He's in Discord, isn't he? But see if I can make this work. Shoot.
Turning into a time-consuming project.
Oh yeah. Every project worth doing is time-consuming. That's the thing. Oh, dude, we got 14 people watching. The stream can't be that terrible. There's 14 people in here, and no thumbs down. So I will shoot a link here. If any of y'all have Discord, I don't know if I'm going to get a dead link. If it shows up as a dead link, copy paste. Y'all know how to do that. I don't know why. For some reason, my shit always shows up as dead links. But I just want to make sure y'all had the opportunity. If anybody wants to join us in Discord, y'all are welcome to join us on the Discord server. We're trying to get away from the Google Hangouts, from the YouTube, from all the freaking, promotion, self-promotion crap. You know what I mean? I hate, I hate freaking people that are so close-minded about letting somebody else do something their way, and instead of like sitting and
I
having a discussion and considering all angles, they just want to roll over you and tell you how to do their thing.
I I want to say I want to get to all of that clan because I got to try out some off of my 9 pound hammer that is less than 15 days from possible harvest, and I've never smoked 9 pound hammer before, and I should have a long time ago because damn, that
Yep.
shit's good.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
I had
Well,
that on
man,
my
the taste.
list of strains to buy, but ocean grown. Okay, so when I very first started growing, I hit up ocean grown, and I hit up Miss Rose over at frickin' Jinx
I,
Proof, and Miss
yeah,
Rose never got back to my message. So I went with ocean grown, and just like, but that was my thing is I was trying to get a pack of 9 pound and a pack of Jawa pie. That was my original like first 2 packs that I wanted to buy, but
all right.
I couldn't get the 9 pound
You,
because Miss Rose never got back to me.
I'll, I'll send you a cup if you want it, brother.
Oh no, whatever. I mean, I'm sure I'll get around to it. Right now, I'm so fucking
Now,
full up. This is what people are like. Oh, you should run this. You should run that. You should run this. You should run that. I go. You know what? I'm so freaking booked out with like a beta stuff that I'm like required to run. You know what I mean? That I ain't got time to fucking be like running fun shit.
I have messed around and got myself not yet in a bind, but it's coming. I can see it. I'm going to be overgrown real bad here in the next 2 months. Um, yeah, it's going to happen. I've wound up. Like when I popped those purple pies, I I did that like 2 weeks ahead of my schedule on popping seeds. But then I turned right around and did it again with those banana jacks. I
Yep.
mean, they didn't the three come up, but they're up four. Make that four. Sorry. Everything's coming up with my normal clones that I keep in house to keep my favorite shit going. Um, so yeah, it's more than I need to kill plants or let plants die because I couldn't kill them or anything else or
I
didn't have
had to
the space.
freaking clean house,
So
and I ended up tossing a few cuts to homies and getting rid of this and getting rid of that, and I had to get down. I had to get to 24, man. I didn't want to have more than 24 plants in there when the freaking landlord wants to come by. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's going to be a problem before long. I know it.
Well, I don't. I'm not trying to get. Oh, sorry, coughing in the mic. I'm not trying to get too crazy or like outside the realm of medical necessity or whatever, but I mean I keep everything in a 10 by 10 area, and I'm under the limit of space and whatnot. But plant counts are really a thing in freaking California now, and the way the state views things and the way the county or city views things are two very different things. So whereas the state says I can have 100 square feet, the county says they only want me to have up to 24 plants with 2 medical licenses on site and no more than that.
Hmm. Yeah, that, that, and see, a lot of people think, oh God, 24 plants, that should be enough.
That's two
Well,
packs, man.
not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that's not very, especially if you are trying like me. It's me and my brother. Now, I don't have a flowering at one point, but
Yep.
yeah,
That's the
I've
thing. So
easily got
we were
you got
running at the because here in California they have a very clear definition of what is and isn't a mature plant. Now this is something that in like red states y'all don't have to deal with because any plant is a no-no whether it's grown or not.
uh,
In California, your plant counts are limited by the number of what they call mature plants, which means a plant that has a button on it that is larger than a ½ inch in diameter. So if your plants don't have ½ inch buds on them, you're not growing mature plants. They're vegging.
I see.
So you can have, as long as you're not like doing ridiculous amounts of them. That's why you see a lot of those guys that are medical in California with those racks of clones. You know what I mean? You see pictures on Instagram or whatever of some clone place in California, and they got 200 clones. You know, and you're going, how the hell did you have 200 clones if you can only have 24 plants? And this is medical and not, you know what I mean, recreational or whatever yet. And how the hell's that work? You know, and that's how that works. Is that if they're not mature, they're not considered plants. And they're not considered mature till they've got a ½ inch bud on them.
That could be good and bad, I guess, for some folks.
It's bureaucracy. It's what happens when you start letting friggin' politicians try and manage plants.
Yeah. Somebody was, they had a guy, well, that couple that was on Weed Nerd Show, and they were talking about there's such an influx of just rich people wanting to jump. They throw their pile of money in and say, hey, I want to grow weed and make money off of it, and they know nothing about it other than it's weed.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my neighbors about that the other day, and these friggin' investors that have no idea it's going to be 6 months before you see anything. They're like, I want to set something up, and you're like, cool, you realize nothing's going to happen for 6 months, right? Like, I'm not going to hand you a pile of anything for 6 months. You sure you want to set it up? But it's going to be 6 months before I bring you a turkey bag, you know what I mean?
Where's my money? Where's my return?
Yep.
You know, but the point was that they're growing. You know, some of them have been at it for a year or two now, and they're to the point where they're growing some weed, but it's shit. You know, and they're putting it all in on the market, and a bunch of shit weed that don't burn, it's not flushed, and so on and so forth. Renamed shit, claiming it as their own, and just polluting the whole industry.
You saw what the news this week from Oregon, right? So Oregon released a statement from the state that says Oregon produced 3 times as much cannabis as they can use.
Holy shit.
So there's this huge surplus. Well, you know what that means? That means that the frickin' big companies that are making extract and whatnot are going to go in there and just start buying shit up cheap and rebranding it, like you said, throwing names on it, putting terpenes in it, and calling it something else. You know what I mean? Here's grape ape cartridges that was all made from field grown Oregon. There's nothing wrong with saying that outdoor Oregon bud, you know, but it's not the same as what would be considered friggin', you know, top shelf out here.
Yeah, I would honestly like to get my hands on Brown Guy 420. You know, he's one of those that I like the guy, but he is one that preaches organic and the different and non-organic pot. I think it all depends on the grower.
Yeah, I mean, you can grow. That's why I always talk about. There's many ways to skin this cat. And it's not just one thing, and it's not just one way to grow, and it's not just organics or just salts or just, I mean, you have to have a holistic approach and realize that there are different, you know, ways to suit different needs.
Yeah. But my point was, what I'm hearing, there's weed in Oregon, but now he claims that he can't get rid of his because it's too good and it's too high. I mean, because it's so different, he's having to ask too much for it. I'll take it. You know, a while ago.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. Here's the deal, though. This is what happens when you got a state that grew 3 times more weed than it can smoke. Now you got such a glut in the market that they've driven their prices down to the point where you can't get friggin' a couple $100 for a pound.
Well, he was having to drop it down to 13.
Yeah, no, and
I think.
here's the deal: no matter how freaking bunky the herb is, if it's freaking a couple, $300-400 a pound, you're gonna buy that over the $1,300 stuff, no matter, or a lot of people will, just because they're like, damn, dude, why would I spend 3 times the amount on, you know? So, yeah, it's
Yep.
better, but is it 3 times better?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Come on, we all smoked that freaking Mexican brick weed in high school, right?
Who hasn't?
So
Yeah, they still.
If
we
you
all know
haven't,
what
you're
that's
an old
about.
man.
Yeah, Medgrower, Vader, Mr. Tight, they all have very similar, regimes. They're all kind of running, you know, cocoa with some organics and some different, you know what I mean? They're all got their own little like tweak on cocoa, and that's kind of how I run mine. I very much possum addict. I follow that same example and try and stay as true to. Vader was the one who like showed me how to grow. You know what I mean? And I tried to emulate
Yep.
his style as much as possible because I saw what he was doing was fucking killing it. And I still see people all the time here in California that freaking have been growing for years and years and years, and they come and see what I'm knocking out of my freaking cocoa, and they're like, God damn, can I get some of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
And I mean, I've done several side by side runs with soil v cocoa, and for me, and I'm not saying soil can't crush it, but for me, indoors under lights, cocoa crushes soil every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll run them side by
Yeah.
side and have a set of plants running in cocoa and a set of plants running in freaking soil. And I'll do nice
Dude.
super soil with all kinds of beautiful amendments, all organic, and you know what I mean. And then I'll freaking put that goddamn grow more fucking salt in a or veg plus bloom or canna or whatever in a res and feed it into cocoa, and those motherfuckers just explode.
When I switched from, well, I call it soil, Roots Organic, Roots Original.
Yeah,
That's cocoa and peach and perlite, but it has amendments in it. They're
Yeah.
light amendments, but they're there. You could run a plant straight through in it and give it nothing but water one time. Um, anyway, uh, when I switched from that, I wanted to switch to for a while, but self doubt and one of the guys at the group talking like, man, every time I would talk about switching, he was like, man, he'd start shaking his head. You think you're ready for that? And this, man, and I started questioning myself. Thought, yeah, I'm ready, and I went and bought everything. And I've done it, and shit. Halfway through that next run, I was kicking my own ass.
Why the hell did I ever listen to that asshat? Yeah. I had the same deal. I told the guys at the freaking grow shop, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting these LEDs. And they're like, oh, LEDs don't do shit. LEDs don't have the penetration. They don't have the punch. You're not going to get the size. You're not going to get the yield, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, okay. And then I showed them what I was doing with the LEDs. And they're like, wait, what kind of LEDs did you get? All of a sudden, that opinion started changing. People be like, wait a minute, wait, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Man.
I mean, they're like, okay, and they jump on the band.
Oh, we're getting some feedback from somebody's channel.
Yeah, I've got you on a Bluetooth speaker stuck in my pocket, so I know it ain't me.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think Apprentice had one of your one of our voices was bleeding over his.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now,
I can't hardly hear him, but I can hear you.
yeah, you can fiddle with your own sound in the Discord app and like how loud or soft you sound. So if you want to turn yourself up or down or whatever. And there's like bitrate stuff in there too to like change the bitrate, and that might help for some of the cutouts. I don't know if it's coming through in my end or coming through in that end. Yeah, Apprentice, you're cutting out real bad. it's me. I think it's you. So Doobie said he's trying to find some cocoa around where he's at. Now I'll tell you right now, Doobie, you can order brick cocoa online, and it works just the same. And you can just mix that with some perlite or whatever at your own leisure, however you want to mix it. And you can order. I'd have to pull up a damn website again to get it through, but you could order a brick of cocoa that way, and then rehydrate it yourself. And the brick stuff is super light. Oh, it's UCG's phone? Or yeah, I know. We're still working on this, and the internet's terrible where I'm at, and I'm not sure if it's my end or the Discord end or whatever. This is like I said, thank you all for bearing with us in this new format. We may try going back to Hangouts after this if I can't get the freaking video smooth. Jeep's back. He must have gone and checked in at the office.
I'm going into voice settings. Do I need?
I don't know. You cut out there a second, Undercover. You're going into your voice options.
Yeah, let me step out away from that fan. So do I need to change anything? Am I loud or too soft?
No, you coming through just fine, I think. You're just cutting out a little bit. It might be bit rate associated. I don't know what you got your bit rate set to.
Fuck, I don't know either. How do you?
There should be a little gear that like says settings or whatever, and you should be able to go into that and set your different things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the desktop. Yeah, I'm on the desktop one. I'd have to go and look and see how it works on the phone.
Well, it don't matter. I'm good.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, so it is better?
Yeah, way better. I don't know what you did, but dude, you just like.
I just turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone.
You're still somebody's picking up on somebody's channel though. You're picking up on UC. Oh, when you talk, it's coming through on UCGs. That's what it is. It probably is your speaker UCG. I can hear myself on it too.
All right. Well, let me switch to headphones. Hold on a minute. I put my earbud in.
Yeah, we're working on the Discord thing. I sent a link up there in chat. Y'all can go through and click on that if you want to join us in Discord. We got a Discord server up here. We're having a good old time with the SciEnts. You can see the last chat messages up there in the freaking left. But I gotta take 1 second, guys. This waterfall behind me is killing me, and I gotta go drain the snake. So we're gonna take a momentary pause. I actually think I have something set up here so that y'all can listen to music, and we can all take a quick pause, unless you guys got a story to tell.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm working right along, sir. I'm gonna switch to headphones.
All right, well, I'll let y'all switch your stuff around, play with your settings. I'm going to switch us off for a second. I'll still be able to hear you in Discord, but I'm going to take my headphones off and go run pee real quick. But let's see if this works.
Okay.
we're back. How was that transition, chat? Was that a trip?
Did it work? Did it work well?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it on YouTube to see. But it looked like it worked
I mean,
well.
as far as I know.
Chat
Yeah,
popped up,
the
and it looks like it was playing music and jamming on whatever. I had a nice little. See, the great thing about this OBS system that I love is it allows you to set up multiple scenes, so that you can have like this one with the, and then move it to another scene, and then move it to, you know what I mean, and have all kinds of different windows set up and just click between them.
Right, I like that. It's working really good. Like I'm really enjoying the format and how everything's like. I mean, I realize that it's not. We haven't really gotten into any science, but we are getting somewhere as far as everything is working.
Yeah. It's a little more than a test stream, and we've covered a couple of sciencey topics, but it's just the three of us today, and we can have a good time. And that's what I've always loved about this show and this channel and this group or whatever is freaking that we can stay kind of free form, and we don't have to be. I hate that when it's so strict and they're like, okay, so here's the topic, and then they proceed to like go completely off topic anyway. Don't promise a topic if you can't deliver a topic.
Yeah, I agree.
And
No, I
I'd
agree.
rather just come in and say, okay, so we can't promise that we're going to deliver a topic, but we'll do our best to talk about whatever y'all want to hear about. You know what I mean? So we're always willing to answer any questions in chat, and that's kind of why things bounce around in here. We'll talk about this, we'll talk about that, move things around. Looks like my connection stabilized fantastically. What? Oh, Hayneps have got a giveaway going. Apparently, Doobie2 says entered the giveaway from Hayneps. He just won the second one yesterday, and what is that? There was that light they were giving. Was that a solar storm or something like that? It was one of those nice ass LED lights. HLG, I forget. Doobie would know. I forget what kind of light it was, but he won just like a really nice light from Hayneps. Hayneps giving away all kind of shit.
That's awesome, and it is one heck of a light that he's got. Like he's gonna have to do some rearranging in order to use it even.
Yep. Well, they lost their channel, so they've been working really hard to rebuild it. And one of the easiest this is one of the tricks of the trade for YouTube. The easiest way to rebuild your channel is by giving shit away.
Right.
And we like to do giveaways and shit too, but like, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I should have to bribe y'all to participate. If you want to play, play.
Our giveaway is a building giveaway. Like it's building as we go.
Yeah.
Stuff
Well, and it'll come together. That's why I gave it time. I didn't want to rush and do a quick giveaway like, oh, drop this or drop that and whatever. I wanted to give time for everybody to get things in and together and everybody to have a chance to enter. Hell, you can get a daily entry just for going to the website.
See, there you go. Awesome.
And now it looks like our freaking stream is stabilized like majorly. I don't know what the hell happened. Somebody must have left the coffee shop because like all of a sudden we have no problem hitting our freaking. It's like all in the green and nobody's cutting out. Oh, it's 1,000-watt nanolux.
Wow.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's gonna slay, dude. Isn't that the one that? Oh no, he uses the NV Closet Megros uses the Duolux. I don't know if that's made by the same outfit though. I am not a 1,000. No, I don't know. Is it? Is that a HBS light or is that a? I don't know. What is that, Doobie? Is that? I thought it was a LED. But
is it? I don't know.
I thought it was, but I'm not 1,000% sure. I will go now that like our stream has stabilized. I think I can safely like go browse the internet without destroying things, and go see what a nanolux.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Fuck, and it just went away, and I couldn't. Fuck these headphones. I'm just gonna hold the damn telephone and lay it beside of me. I guess whenever I gotta do something.
Oh, sorry about that, man. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the Bluetooth speaker, but you could hear us.
Yeah, I got rid of it too.
when you were using that, you could hear us talking. Like whenever we talked, you could hear us again a few seconds later. It was like feedbacking through the speaker. Oh, so
Oh wow, sorry about
that
that.
is a HPS that he won, and it is a double-ended HPS.
It's a no. It
Yeah.
is a. It is.
Yep.
It's got the. It's a fixture. It looks like a 315 or like a Gavita with
Yeah.
the fixture or the ballast
It's
attached.
the Nanolux. It's a Gavita clone.
Yeah, it's a fucking nice light.
Hell yeah.
It really. I was super
Oh,
happy for
that is
Doobie. He
awesome.
told us that last night. Yeah, I was tripping, man. I was like, hell yeah, that is
So
awesome.
what we need to get for you, Doobie, and I will hook this up and talk to the freaking guys to get you one out. We need to get you one of them Cultalux 1,000 watt uh, ceramic metal halides for you.
The bulbs.
Yeah.
Oh, the bulb.
Yeah, it's 1,000 watt
Yeah.
double ended ceramic metal halide. Whoa.
What
That
the
just
what? Yeah, broad
bulb
spectrum.
or the whole fucking light.
It's just a bulb and it goes in your
Oh,
standard.
okay.
Here, I'll show you it
Yeah,
right
I got.
now.
I'm with
I will. No, this is what I love about OBS is I can go like this, and then I can add in a maybe I can add in a website. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, not that way. Do it this way. I can add it in, and I can show you window capture. There it is. So yeah, I can add in one of these whatchamahoozums, and you should be able to see. Well, maybe.
Are you,
I think we're all still here. I'm trying to show the whatchamahoozum. I don't know if it's showing.
I see the black screen.
You saw black screen?
All I see is black.
Oh, sheet. Oh, sheet, oh, sheet. All I make is blacky screen. That's no good. Let's remove that.
you.
We'll get rid of the black screen. And I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this OBS thing out, but it allows you to do all kinds of crazy shit where you can like put in. Let's see. Oh, that's a browser source. We don't want that. So we'll just do it like this. And I will show you a beacon. So we'll go here and then add a image, and this should work. Yeah, you got to see this, Doobie, too. You will poo poo in your pants. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so amazing.
Where is it? What? How you?
It's coming. I had to do a screenshot to. It was a little more complex than I wanted. It's coming. It's coming. Don't trip. And I will fill the screen with it. There you go. So this is the Cultalux Spectra X1000. It is a 3000K CMH double-ended with two 500-watt CMH bulbs essentially in a single fixture. As you can see there, it's got an amazing spread of spectrum, and yeah, it's a really nice bulb.
Wow. Yes, he needs that.
And
I agree. He needs.
you can pop that sumbitch right in. I'll pull that down, but yeah, Doobie, you can pop that sumbitch right in there and use that to yeah, 1,000 watt CMH, and it works. Yes, Jeep Toger, it works with any 1,000 watt double-ended fixture. I've talked to Cultalux, and if you drop my name at Cultalux, they will give you a discount.
Marduber.
Yep. There's go
Oh,
tell Cultalux Marduber sent you. I'm gonna see if maybe that's something we could get in on this giveaway. We could throw in some freaking Cultalux bulbs. They've got some other ones too. They do a 315 Phillips replacement as well for the regular CMH. But they all they do Cultalux's bulbs are all CMHs. They don't do like regular HPS. All their all their bulbs are CMH.
now, could we incorporate maybe? Do we have any lighting companies that would possibly back light for the giveaway? I'm not talking about a big one, but something for started.
We could probably figure something out. I will ask around, see if I can find somebody to give up a fixture. I'm sure Mars Hydro would. They're freaking like they give away crap like you wouldn't believe.
Well, I'm
So
just talking about something for beginner, something for somebody or anybody that could just say, okay, I got a light, I got some seeds. All I got to do is get some soil, and I can. Oh,
let me send a brick of cocoa too.
there you go. Yeah.
Here, you thought that last one was impressive. I got to show you this. So that was the 3K that y'all were looking at the spectral chart for. They
Yeah.
also make a 4K.
I run 4200.
Look
Can you
at
do a?
that. Can y'all see that? That
Not yet.
gorgeous gorgeous spectrum. Freaking that's like ceramic HPS style. Look at the reds
Oh,
out of a 4K light because it's CMH with a CRI of 98,
That's great.
and it says it puts out. Do you see the freaking UMOL on there? The micromoles?
I see. 1929 micromoles.
How is that? That's some power.
Yeah, son. Wow. He
So yeah,
definitely. I would go with the 4K.
yeah, I was really well. The 3K, yeah, yeah. Doobie's like, yo, wow, yeah. So you could totally ditch the HPS in there, or rotate have a different bulb with the DEs. A lot of the guys are using multiple bulbs throughout the grow, especially if they're vegging and flowering under the same fixture. But there was some science for you. See, we had science. Beautiful spectral
See, that's
charts.
science right there. Perfect.
And okay, so Cultalux has full disclosure, Cultalux has given me nothing other than a discount for anybody who drops my name. So I've gotten zip from Cultalux. I'm not here to like suck their balls or anything. I just like the fact that they're the only ones in the industry that are kind of approaching this aspect of the market, you know what I mean, and making a replacement CMH bulb for DE fixtures so that you can bring in. Oh, did you miss the spectrum charts, Possum's Attic? Here, I'll pull that one
Did he
back up.
really?
Just if you popped out and back in and you missed that
Can
one,
you do a?
you got to see
Can you
that.
do a split screen with both?
Yeah, I could probably put both of them on, or here, you know what? I will. Oh, I don't want that one. Yes, remove
Just so
image
you can
three.
compare them.
Hold on, I
'Cause that's a
gotta.
big.
I can do something even better than that. I can make both of them at the same time, and they'll switch back and forth. So we just got to add a couple of images in here, and we should be able to. Ba-doom.
What is this new software you bought?
It's free actually. It's called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, and it's open source and it costs nothing. And there's I've got it shrunk down to cover up the corner of the thing, but yeah, there's the 3K and the 4K, and they can just sit there and scroll back and forth, and everybody can look at those lovely. So yeah, it's Cultalux, just like Hortalux, but with Cult instead of Hort. And of course, I got a guy back here working the freaking skill saw now. It always happens. But there's my shameless plug for the day. Cultalux don't give us nothing, but if you go to the freaking website and order them and tell them Mr. Marduber sent you, they'll hook you up with a discount. I'm not sure. I think it's 10%. I don't know. I don't remember.
Hey, 10% discount just for dropping somebody is better than
And yeah, I'd have to look back on my messages because I did some DMing with them. I actually, this is weird. Weird. Me and Dung Beetle hooked up with this company.
really.
Dung Beetle was the one who turned me on to them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we would love to have somebody that you know would freaking promote our stuff." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well if you're making great products like that, if if the charts are true, but I haven't bought one yet, so I don't know. I don't have a DE. I need a DE fixture." But yeah, I want to say the
Yeah,
bulbs
yeah.
themselves are. Let me double check my messages here. I want to say the bulbs themselves are
You're breaking.
like 115 or 130. They're not super expensive. I mean, they're about in line with the price of most. Let's see. Boop-a-doo. Yeah, you can call them. Let's see. Baseline pricing for the 1,000 watt CMH are 185 and 75 for the 315s, and they'll give you 10% off if you drop our name. So that takes you from 185 down to like 165, 170. I have not run the iPower 630s Possum's Attic. However, I do have some iPower single-ended HPS that were absolutely fine. I
I
would
fixed
put
to
them right
run
up there with like
a.
Apollo.
I'm hooking up an iPower 6-inch turbo fan now.
Yeah, iPower is just a Chinese redistributor of the same stuff that a lot of these companies put their name on. You can get an iPower or you can get a Hydrofarm, and it's the same fan. One has Hydrofarm stamped on it, and one has iPower stamped on
Yep.
it. Yeah.
One costs about $80 more than the other one.
Hmm.
That's
So
the difference.
you're getting the same damn thing. You're just getting a better price. Why not get the better price? You're not getting an inferior product.
Well,
You're getting a
yeah,
superior.
they're essentially the same products these days. A lot of these companies are getting all their stuff made in freaking China, all in the same damn factories. So if it's all being made in the same factories and the same fucking shit, it doesn't really matter whose name's on it.
Why not get the price?
Now there are like Cultilux. They're I want to say they're in Ohio or Illinois or something. They're 100% like everything's made there in their factory and made in the U.S. Whatever, whatever. Same thing with like Hortilux. Hortilux's stuff is all made here. They don't freaking ship shit over. That's why their ballasts are different than like everyone else's. What up, Reservation Fire? Cheers, brother. Glad we kept this freaking sucker up. Oh, Jeep's computer died, and then he came back. Y'all are quiet. You hiding from me or what? UCG's hanging up shit, I bet. Sticking pipes on fans. Apprentice is doing the same thing, right? You guys are both tearing apart your gardens? I'm about to go do that myself this evening. I'm gonna go take some
Actually,
clones.
I'm stuff apart. I am ready to start putting stuff back together. I've got the veg moved over all the way to the right so that I can. Yeah.
Nice. God damn skill saw. Wish this guy would stop sawing behind me. It's driving me freaking nuts. Cheers, Reservation Fire. Cheers, Possum's Attic. Everybody's freaking
Cheers,
hanging out in here.
buddy.
Say hi to everyone. Freaking. I'm gonna do a dab off my pen. I know there's no video, so y'all can't like watch this, but y'all can pretend you can watch and join me for a freaking dab anyway.
I just did a sesh. Just finished a bongs. Well, I'm with you.
Nope. Possum's Attic's drilling and tapping. Tap that ass,
Yo,
homie.
women. Tap, tap, tap.
What up, Fumador? What up, brother? Dude, it's so weird. Like we'll be up for a while, and then like a bunch of different people like migrate through. It's cool shit, man. I love to see
Yeah,
like
it
all
is.
the different people like slide in, slide out, slide in, slide out.
Humidor.
That's cool shit, man. Cool shit. Well, we got the guys doing work. I gotta go freaking get some work done in the Tie Fighter today myself. Um, we'll probably. You all got any wonderful parting words for us? Because we're coming up on that. Well, I know we haven't actually because I started like 30 minutes late, but we're coming up on our
Coming on
regularly scheduled end time.
that.
And
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sure people are going to be getting ready to go head off to the Super Bowl here in the not terribly distant future. And yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Possum's Addict's like the bad penny. He keeps turning up. That's all right.
We like
Turning
possums
up's
at
all
it.
right.
That's
So, yeah, yeah. Don't want anyone to call you a commie. That's for sure. That's always dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't. That's why when my freaking landlord called and was hassling me about the freaking football game, I'm like, yeah, sure. Eagle. I don't know. What are you asking here?
Yeah. That's funny. Um, I don't really have much to say. I'm sorry I was all busy and all of that stuff while trying to do the show, but
That's all right.
you know,
We'll see where we're at
bro calls.
next week.
You gotta. Um, but anyway, yeah. Shout out to everybody in chat. I would say hey, but I'm not near my laptop and all of that good stuff. But glad you could make it, and we'll see you in IG and all of that stuff. So carry
Yeah.
on, carry on.
And Discord,
Love.
I threw another link up there in chat for y'all. So go ahead and check out Discord. And if y'all want to join us for the conversation over here, y'all are more than welcome to come in and say hi, hang out with the rest of the gang. Well, a lot of the regulars are in here. We got Ghost and Lefty and Doobie and Jeep and UCG and Apprentice, of course, and myself and Self Synth. You know, and we're building it all the time. So new folks joining. So feel free to
Yeah.
get on in there. If that link shows as dead, like I said, just copy paste. I don't know why sometimes my links show up as dead. I'm just letting y'all know it does happen for some reason sometimes. I've more than once I've been told that
Yeah.
I posted a link into chat and it came back as a dead link. So so
All right.
copy paste if you have to. Thanks for showing up, guys. We had a great Sunday with y'all. And I will see y'all on the flip side then. Mr. Marduber out.
All righty. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.